We start our primary with standing up and doing our books of the Old Testament through Jeremiah. I might link it here. And then we do our second article of faith. I might link it here. But now, teachers, if you could hand out 2 spoons to each child in your class. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, children, can your spoons follow my spoons? Okay. And for junior primary, we already did this, and I'll tell the teachers. I know I'm repeating this activity, but I found that it's comforting for children to do the same activity again or to have repetition. And I added a little variety, which I'll tell you about later. Yeah. Ready? If you don't walk as most people do, some people walk away from you, but I won't. Freeze. Did your spoons follow mine? Very good. Okay. Now talk. Can you do this? If you don't talk as most people do, some people talk and laugh at you, but I won't. Freeze. Did you notice there? I did something different. We do talk and then kind of point this way. Very good. Okay. I'll walk with you. I'll talk with you. That's how I'll show my love for you. A couple weeks ago, we did these puzzles on the board, and I wanted to show them to you again to talk about why I picked these. You see these? Anyone recognize them? There's one person in every single picture. Do you know who that person is? Jesus. Very good. So that one's easy to identify. We've seen that. Jesus is right here. He's right here. And I don't know if you can see that. He's right here. Very good. Let's try it again. Or let's keep going with the song, okay? And then I'll tell you a little bit more about the pictures. Jesus walked away from none. He gave his love to everyone. So I will. You can put your hands like this, like being blessed. Jesus blessed all he could see, then turned and said, come follow me. So I will. And again, I will. I'll walk with you. I'll talk with you. That's how I'll show my love for you. Let's look at these pictures again. In this one, you see this man right here? He is wearing very fancy clothes. He's wearing fancy, fine clothes because he's very rich. He has a lot of money. And he wants to follow Jesus. He's trying to do good. So we learn here in this experience from the scriptures that he came to Jesus asking what else he could do. And Jesus said, don't worry about your money anymore. Sell what you have and come follow me. Does that sound familiar from the song? Okay, let's try it again. Jesus said, Jesus walked away from none. Jesus walked away from none. He gave his love to everyone. So I will. Jesus blessed all he could see, then turned and said, come follow me. Right there. It's in the picture. Very good. And I will. I'll walk with you. I'll talk with you. That's how I'll show my love for you. Do you see in this picture what's going on here? I usually get a variety of responses. But this man here, if you notice, there's a hole in the ceiling and a rope, and he is on pallet is because he can't walk. Why was he coming to Jesus? To be healed. Did Jesus heal him? He did, of his walking issue, and forgave him of his sins as well. What about this one over here? If you can see. There's a little boy in his dad's arms, and he wasn't like the other little boys of his age at the time. He couldn't speak right. He would act very differently, and his father thought he was very ill in his head. His brain just wasn't working the same as the other kids he sees. And so he didn't know what else to do, and so he brought him to Jesus to be healed. Let's try it again from the top. If you don't walk as most people do, some people walk away from you, but I won't. If you don't talk as most people do, some people talk and laugh at you, but I won't. I'll walk with you, I'll talk with you, that's how I'll show my love for you. Jesus walked away from none, he gave his love to everyone, so I will bless. Jesus blessed all he could see, then turned and said, come follow me, and I will. I'll walk with you, I'll talk with you, that's how I'll show my love for you. You can think about someone that you've seen or know in your life that walks differently. Have you ever met someone that talks differently? Some people see differently, look differently, lots of differences. And we can think about what Jesus wants us to do. Let's start the end of that song one more time. Jesus walked away from none, he gave his love to everyone, so I will. We can show our love to people who walk differently, talk differently, and do other things different than us. Just because we're different, we can all show Christ's love to each other. Jesus blessed all he could see, then turned and said, come follow me, and I will. When we were baptized, we promised to follow Jesus. I'll walk with you, I'll talk with you, that's how I'll show my love for you. I got this idea for Kindness Begins With Me from, I think it's Kim Bowman in the Music Leader Facebook group. So you can find her idea there. The files are right there. Or you can leave a comment below if you would like to do this activity too, and I can get in touch with you to send you a copy of my files. But it's called Magnifying Match, and I just have pictures of different situations where children are being kind to each other, and then we have portions of the picture here. I've done this before with a different song. If I can find it, I'll try to link it here. But so we're going to sing through the song, and I usually have these with magnets up on the board. And then at the end of the song, if you think you can find where one of these pictures goes, just raise your hand and we'll get a helper to have us put this on the correct picture. Okay, so say, I want to be kind to everyone, for that is right, you see. So I say to myself, remember this, kindness begins with me. All right, raise your hand if you know where one of the pictures goes. And then I have these on the board, and usually teachers are willing to help for the little ones, and they can figure it out. So we just go back and forth singing the song and then finding one of the matches. And this week it took a little bit longer, so I actually stopped halfway through, and we're going to finish it next week. Last week we watched the video of the song Liken the Scriptures, the Old Testament version, which is one of the songs we're singing this year for our primary program. So today I have a memory game. And side note, for logistics, let me show you how I set it up. So right here, this is what the children would see, but underneath I collected a whole bunch of different pictures of Moses, because that's the part of the song that we're learning today, is Moses. And these ones I just got from I think I just got them from the Come Follow Me manual from 4 years ago, and I saved them, and then I just made copies. And these are colored copies, but you don't even have to make colored copies. You can just make the black and white copies, and so you see the color picture from the manual, and then the black and white copy, and that's totally fine. I was thinking I was gonna do that, but then I ended up having colored copies, so it worked out. But what I did is I used the bulletin board side of my board, and I actually just used a stapler and stapled them up. But if you have a different board, you could always change this up, and you could also change the way. This is just how I did it. You don't have to do it this way, but it just worked out for this particular activity. So I have all the different pictures, and then over the pictures, I put pieces of felt or fabric. So you see up here, I just put them up with thumbtacks, and I had a variety of colors just to make it visually appealing. But again, that's not necessary either. That's just what I chose to do because I had these already made. And I tell the children, okay, we're going to listen to a song or sing this song, and I am going to reveal the pictures as we sing. Then at the end, I'm going to call on someone to see if they can identify a match. And sometimes I'll give them a hint where I might say, it might be good to kind of stick on one picture and see if you can find the match versus trying to remember all the pictures all at the same time, especially for junior. Okay. For this one, I played the recording of Liken the Scriptures from YouTube. I just had the audio on my phone with a speaker brick, and I played that as I was showing the pictures. But I'm not going to do that now, or you can also just sing it if you're comfortable. I'll never lead a nation to their promised land, or mightily divide the sea in two. But if I had the faith and courage Moses had, imagine all the great things I could go and do. You could stop right there, but I kept going because I had a recording. The Lord has a special message for me. In every scripture story I read. See one? And I can become who I'm striving to be when I liken the scriptures to me. Anyone see a match? Raise your hand if you think you know where a match is. This one? And this one, very good. Is it this one? I'll never lead a nation to their promised land, or mightily divide the sea in two. But if I had the faith and courage Moses had, imagine all the great things I could go and do. Why did I pick all these photos? Why these? The Lord has a special message for me. In every scripture story I read, and I can become who I'm striving to be when I liken the scriptures to me. All right, raise your hand if you saw a match. Ooh, lots of hands, and usually the kids get really excited at this point. Okay, you think this one and this one. I'll just go around and follow what they say. If they get a match, then I will take off the fabric because I stapled the picture underneath. It was really hard to remove that. So I just took off the fabric so they could still see what they got. Oh, very good. All right, let's sing the song again. If you know some of the words, you can sing along with me and join in. If not, just listen and we'll go through it again and see if we can find another match. Raise your hand if you saw another match. Very good. And I'd get another match. Then I tell the children, okay, as we sing again, as we're looking at these pictures, I want you to think about why I chose these pictures. What do all of them have to do with this song? I don't know, let's think about it. Do any of them look familiar? And if I have extra time, I might talk about some of the pictures and what they have to do with the song. For this one, we only got about halfway as well, so I think I'll finish it next week as well. Thank you for singing with me today. For senior primary, I did the spoon activity for I'll Walk With You as well. I wasn't planning on talking about the pictures, but they were on the board, so I ended up talking about the pictures, although it did extend the time of the song, I think, a little bit too long, which added to the fact that I ran out of time for my third song. So if I were to do it over again, I think I would have shortened it and had more time to do my third song. For Liken the Scriptures, I also did the Moses memory game. Again, I did this one to completion and talked about the pictures more. I wanted more of a response from the older kids. Say, have you seen this? Do you know what this story is? So we even talked about, oh, this is the parting of the Red Sea. And so then when we sang the song again, it was, I'll never lead a nation to their promised land, or mightily divide the sea in two. I could reference the pictures a lot more, but if I had the faith and courage, the faith, I did the one with the serpent, the brass serpent, and the faith and courage, I forget which one I did for courage, but it's like I kind of pointed to it and incorporated the pictures a little bit more. Imagine all the great things I could go and do. Oh, we know those words from Nephi in the Book of Mormon. And then we'd sing it together. So I kind of got carried away with this game and singing the song a lot, and so that also added to the fact that I ran out of time for my third song. So if I could do it again, I would probably shorten it to half the activity length and move it to next week as well, like I did for junior. For the memory game, just so you can see what I used, it's pieces of felt like this. I just bought them at a craft store years ago, or if you have fabric lying around, I just cut them to the dimension of that felt cloth. That would cover the paper a little bit more and just tack those up. And so I just have this stack that I just keep in my singing time things, so I have them ready to go. I ran out of time to do my third song for senior primary, but it was going to be Kindness Begins With Me. And I'll tell you the idea, but hopefully in the video next week, I'll be able to demonstrate it because I actually forgot my bag at church. So I don't even have the things here with me. But I collected random items from the house. I think I have fake flowers, an umbrella, a ball, a couple other things. And I just put them in a paper bag. And my plan was to bring them up and say, I have some objects in this bag. And I want you to think about how we could use these objects for kindness, to do something kind with one of these. Okay, so I want you to think about it. And if you know how you could use one of these objects to be kind, raise your hand. And then I was going to pick 6 or 7 children to come up, and they were going to line up in front. I'm going to give them an object to pass along. I think I'll do a squishmallow. And then they're going to pass it from each person to each person as we sing. So picture them passing, I want to be kind to everyone, for that is right, you see. So I say to myself, remember this, kindness begins with me. So that way it gives the other children that don't have an idea something to watch while we're singing. And then whoever it lands with, I say, okay, share your idea of something kind we can do with one of the objects. So I let them choose an object and say how they're going to be kind with it. And then I say, all right, okay, go sit down. Okay, I need 6 new people. Okay, can anyone think of something else to be kind with any of these objects? Maybe one that we haven't talked about. And then I'll call them up and we'll pass them along. And this is because I have a large senior primary. I know with maybe smaller ones, you can just pass an object along. I did that with junior primary, but for this one, I kind of wanted 6 or 7 just at a time to have a turn, to have something to look at, and so that way they don't get too silly in their seats. So we do that, sing it probably 5 times if we had time, and hopefully that helps, and hopefully I'll have time to do this activity next week to show you. Thank you for singing with me.